Students, myself Vishal Pandey, and today we are going to discuss a very eminent chapter from your Beehive book. The name of the chapter is A Truly Beautiful Mind, written by a very eminent and famous writer. I am going to discuss with you in a detailed way, but if you have this chapter straight away, then you have to understand that this chapter is a biography of a very famous and eminent established physicist and a scientist, Albert Einstein. So we are going to discuss on the life of Albert Einstein, the reality that he has given to the world. So let us begin with the next slide. As you can see, a truly beautiful mind of this portrait of Albert Einstein from his childhood itself. Now the story recounts the life of an outstanding scientific personality, Albert Einstein, from his birth till his death. So this chapter will be dealing about the lifestyle or the from birth up to death of Albert Einstein, a famous scientist, personality, a very eminent personality throughout the globe. So in that condition, if you want to understand this story, a truly beautiful mind, you have to also be aware about Albert Einstein's death and his birth as well. So he was born on 14th of March in the year 1879. So he was born in Germany, and for about 2.5 years he could not speak, and when he did learn to speak, he uttered every word twice. So he was a special child altogether. He was a specific child. He was abnormal. He was not normal like us, because generally a boy started speaking after 1.5 years, but Albert started speaking when he was about 2.5 years, and at that time also he used to speak the word twice. So Albert's mother generally thinks that Albert himself was abnormal or something mad like, but as you know the history, that Albert has given this world a good theory, the theory of relativity, and E is equal to mc square is also given by Albert Einstein. His playmates called him Brother Boring. Albert's head was very huge, his head was large. So that is why also his friends used to call him Brother Boring. He used to bore everyone. And his mother regarded him a freak because of the abnormally large size of his head. As I told you that his head was little large in comparison to average child or average student. So in that condition, Albert at school, if you want to know that how he was in school, there is a chapter in class 11th, Albert Einstein at school level. In that chapter, the writer has discussed more prominently about his schooling life. But in this chapter, you will be understanding a little bit about his schooling life, that his headmaster, his teachers, his everyone who were the staff of this school doesn't like Albert Einstein as a student, because he used to get bored when he used to take history classes. So history teacher used to bore him, and he used to punish him hard as well, because he don't answer the questions based on history. So in that condition, he was in the school in Munich, where he was not allotted science to learn, only art science he was learning there, and mathematics as a subject. but altogether he was fond of reading and writing, learning science, because his fascination, his career was there waiting for him as a physicist, as a scientist. So ultimately Albert proved his headmaster, his teachers and everybody wrong by performing well and by getting fly marks in his examinations, in his board examinations as well. At the age of 6, on behest of his mother, he learned to play the violin. Albert Einstein was also, his hobby was to play violin, and he used to play well. He used to play very beautifully violin. Because of his mother insisted that he should learn he should learn to play violin. He became a gifted violinist. So Albert was not a very professional violinist, but he became a gifted in that sense. Because of his mother, he started learning that, and he learnt it very genuinely, and he used to play violin well. At the age of 15, his family shifted to Munich. Now this is a city where he went into an elementary school, where he used to he was all derailed in this school because he don't like to read history, and his teacher of history was very much, you can say, curiously he used to ask a question to Albert Einstein, that when was Prussia defeated France, and like that type of questions based on history. So Albert ultimately says that why we should trying to understand when the war had happened. Instead of knowing when, we should know why the war had happened. So his ideologies were different, his ideas were different, which was not liked by anyone. He had one friend, Yuri. Now I am telling this name from class 11th biography, because in this chapter you will not find Yuri. Yuri was his friend, very close to him, and Yuri helped him a lot. So you will be very surprised by knowing this, that Albert left that school by preparing a fake medical report. He submitted it, but before he could submit that report, his headmaster and his teachers rusticated him from his school. So this is apart from your chapter, so you should know about this. So he was at the age of 15 when he joined Munich, that school. He did not feel at ease with the strict regimentation of the school and left it for good. So as I told you that Albert left that school. Later on, for higher education, he joined the university at Zurich because the atmosphere there was more liberal and amenable to new ideas and concepts. So Albert Einstein joined that university because he feel that in that university he could prominently add his liberal ideas, his values, and his diction can be considered in that university rather than reading and writing here and there. So in that case, he showed more interest in physics and mathematics. So as you all are aware, as you all know this fact, that he was a physicist and a mathematics, he had gave this world the theory of relativity, and E is equal to mc square. We are going to discuss more about this chapter in the next video. Till then watch this video as many times as you can. Thank you so much.